Hey y'all, what's going on? This is J Marie, J Marie Booklets, Jackie Marie. I hope this video, I hope you can see me. We're moving into a house. We bought a house and I'm in this room. The light is not good. My ring light, this little bootleg but anyway. So, so this video is about, it's a viewer requested video from James. Hey James. So James wanted to know if there are a lot of men in healthcare. So yeah, but it depends. It's he wanted to know if healthcare is female dominated. And so I told him, I said, well, I gave him a little bit breakdown, but I told him I would make a video for him and explain what I see in the hospital. So now healthcare in general, that's a whole different video, because if you work at like a physical therapy office, like clinic, I would assume it would be more men than women. That's just me. That's what I would assume. As opposed, if you work in a doctor's office, you have more women. Now, the doctors are usually male. I mean, we have female doctors, but you have a lot of women, front desk, billing, management, things like that. So, yeah, it's a lot of women, but there are men there too. So, I just wanted to break down what he would see working in the hospital. Let me see if I can raise this a little bit. All right. So, of course, I mean, it is what it is. The majority of the doctors are male. So if you're in the hospital, the majority of your doctors are men. You will have female doctors, but most of them are men. Probably like 95% of the doctors are male, 5% are female. And then the nurses, 95%, maybe 90% are female, and you have 5 to 10% nurses that are male. And the male could be either gay or straight. It is what it is. It just depends, So it's not like all male nurses are gay, because they're not. They're married being with wives and children and everything. So you will see that. So it's not like a feminine. If you're gonna get feminine, look, you will be happy to have a male around because it's so much estrogen. Okay, so whether they're gay or not, it don't matter. You'll be happy to have any kind of testosterone. Okay, it don't matter. So, but the majority are women, and like I said, about 5 to 10% men, and then CNAs are majority, I would say, female, because you don't have too many men who want to clean behinds and things like that. And they're there, but I'm just saying that's not something a man will really want to do. And then transporters, so they transport patients from from the unit down to OR or down to radiology or whatever, X-ray. They'll come and get the patients and transport the patients. The majority are men. You will have women, but the majority are men. Security, majority men. You will have women, but the majority are men. And phlebotomists, the time, like the phlebotomists that came around from the lab were majority women. You had men there, but it was majority women. Then even when I would go down to the lab, like to get the blood, for transfusions and things like that, it was probably more. You had men back there, but it was more women. It's just one of those. It's just some fields are just, it's kind of close, might be 60-40. Not necessarily 50-50, might be 70-30, things like that. Radiologists, like all I saw really was whoever was at the front. So I couldn't tell you radiologist was male, female, doctor, because they're doctors, doctor, whoever. I couldn't tell you. And the engineering, biomed, so like the people who you would put in work orders to come fix a call light or the telephone or a plug in the wall, the plug is hanging out. You don't want nobody to get electrocuted. Those are mainly men. I mean, that's just how it was. Engineering, biomed, those are usually men. I don't think I ever saw any women. IT was, I don't think I ever saw any female IT. It was all men, and it wasn't that many, And respiratory can be both. I can't say. It could be 60, 40, 70, 30. I really couldn't say. Respiratory is kind of, I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of close. So that can go either way. I can't say it was more one or the other, because there were a lot of male respiratory therapists, a lot of female, and the majority of the nurse practitioners are female because they are nurses. So they're nurses who continue to go to school, and now they work for the doctor. So the majority of them were female. Now, don't get me wrong, you had male nurse practitioners, but the majority were female. And administration, management, them, it can go either way. It depends on where you live and what's going on. Your VP could be a female. Your CEO could be a female. Your CEO could be a male. It just depends. It just depends. And like your immediate directors, management, let's see. Woman, man. I guess it was majority. I think it was only one male director, and then the other were women. Yeah. So, and then of course, like your charge nurses and things like that, they're nurses. So it's majority female. Now, getting back to the CNAs can be male or female. Like, so the reason why you might see a male there, like some want that's what they do. Okay. But a lot of the CNAs are actually, they're in nursing school. So you'll have, cause like the one guy, he was in nursing school, and he big old white guy, he was in nursing school. And then, because matter of fact, he was an LPN. That's what it was. He was an LPN. He was an LPN, and the hospital was getting rid of the LPNs. So he was in nursing school. So he became a CNA. So he was an LPN. Okay. He was an LPN. He worked as a CNA to keep the job there. Cause like he was like almost done with school, when they was getting rid of the LPNs, cause he was a nurse, LPN, licensed practitioner nurse. And he was like, and he chose to become a CNA. So he was CNA for maybe about, I don't think it was a year. And then he finished school, passed his board, and then he became a nurse. But he was already a nurse. And so that's the reason why he did it. A lot of the CNAs are in medical school. They're in nursing school. So if you ever have a nurse who put in their own orders, don't really ask you about, ask you to put in orders or things like that, ask that nurse did they work when they were in nursing school? And if they say yes, ask them what did they do? Like if they worked in the hospital. Because some CNAs some nurses who are in school work as CNAs, and some choose to work as secretaries. So the ones who put their own orders in and don't ask you too much about anything, they know how to put orders because they were a secretary. So that's it. So if you ever get a good nurse and they don't never ask you nothing, ask them where did they work when they were in nursing school. If they say they were a unit secretary, because usually they'll tell you. that explains why they don't really ask you. The ones who work at CNAs, but anyway, I'll keep that to myself. But so a lot of them are in nursing school, so that's why you might see the men there. Same thing, the reason why you might see the women there. They're nurses. Some places call them nurse techs, like they nurse technician, but they work as a CNA. You understand? But their pay is different. Their title technically is different, but they work as a CNA. So that's why you might see men, but the majority are women. That's just how it is. I don't know. And then the secretaries, the majority of the secretaries are women, female. Even I thought back about the hospital long time ago when I started. We never had a male secretary. They were all women. And we had 3 shifts because that's when we did 8-hour shifts. So we had the 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 8, all women. And then here we've had male. Like the one, he was a CNA, but he worked as a secretary, but he would always come in. He would always wear the same thing. I don't know. It was like, it wasn't even, but anyway. But he always kept scrubs in his car. And so if they were ever short of a secretary, of a CNA, he would go out to his car, get his scrubs, and then work. So he working as a CNA and answering the phone. This was on the main floor, and he worked nights. But he ended up becoming a cop. He was in school. He went to the academy and become a cop. And he became a cop because I saw him one day at the bank. Now, what you doing here? And so he was a secretary, and then we had another on our sister floor of the ICU. He was a secretary. He was just he did the most. One day he is his own video. Okay, like for real, he is his own video. He had issues. Like he what do they call it? Delusions of grandeur. He was like, he go around telling everybody he was like the president of the United States. Okay, he was like that. He was that type of person. And but he was the only male that we had. So yeah, probably only like two male secretaries. And then I'm trying to get other floors. No. So the secretary is female. I mean, that's just the way it is. Those are only 2 I remember. And that's for a long time. That's like overall. Not saying that they're not there, but like it's probably like 99% female, 1% male when it comes to the secretaries. But we appreciate the men. I'm telling you, it don't matter what you do. Because when these patients get to acting a fool, and you got to call, a cold strong or whatever y'all call it at your hospital, a cold strong, you need all the menses, okay? All of them, okay? Look, come, okay? Because they swinging. So look, it's a lot of women, but believe me, we appreciate the men. Okay, we appreciate the men. I'm telling you. And then sometimes look, as a woman, it's sometimes it's just you just need some testosterone in there. You just need that. Because women are just we know how women are with women. Women are catty, and we need that testosterone. Like my work husband, I had 2 work husbands. Okay, my first work husband was on the main floor. He was Barry. That was my work husband. He looked like Luke. I think it's Luke Wilson. Because I think I typed in Owen. I think it's Luke Wilson, the actor. That's exactly who he looked like. Scrumptious. Okay, let's just like him, hair, everything. And that was my first work husband. And then my other work husband was in ICU. He moved, so I ain't got no work husband no more. But look. You take care of the men because you run all these women all day. Look, I'm telling you, we appreciate the testosterone. We appreciate it. And I'm telling you, look, when these patients get to acting stupid and you call security and they ain't there quick enough, okay, and you gotta have somebody go throw all their weight on somebody. Look, I'm telling you, we appreciate it. So don't be discouraged because it's a lot of women, it's a lot of men. It's just the breakdown is it just depends on the specialty. It just depends. So it's more doctors, male doctors than females, more female nurses than, it's a breakdown. But in the hospital, you got men and women there. We're all there. And we're all there to take care of these people and get this money and go home, okay? Look, that's the only thing we're there to do. So, there are men there. You won't be alone. I know. Hey, I know. And men are different. We all know how men are. Like men, the foolishness that women do at work, men don't get involved in that. I think that's why we can appreciate that. Now, if you a messy woman, you don't pay no attention to the men. But if you're a woman that really don't like all the mess, you appreciate the men. I appreciate all men. I'm telling you. Because it's already stressful working in the hospital, and then you run all these women with all this going on. We appreciate it. Because my work husband in the ICU, the women used to ask me to make them coffee. I'm like, what I look like? But my work husband, he working. I keep coffee rolling all day. They're like, you just don't like us. I'm like, no, I like you. I do. I like you. But I like my work husband better, okay? Because, But, yeah, don't worry. You're going to be somebody's work husband. You worry about not all these women. Don't worry. You're going to be somebody's work husband. I guarantee you will be. So I hope that answered your question. If you got any more, you can put them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.